Hello friend, some applications that have been deposited before the new portal Arima are now being in process, and some applications will actually receive some reimbursement. To learn a little bit more about it, please watch this video. Hi everyone! Welcome to Jaser avec Flora Immigration Canada, a channel where I share my experience, information about immigration, integration, strategy, and tips. So, today we're going to talk about immigration in Canada, precisely in Quebec. As you all know, Quebec is actually improving his new system for immigration. Indeed, Arima was created not too long ago, and this portal has been created so that the processing time for application can speed up a little bit more. As you all know, the old system were not doing so well in that department. Nowadays, the government is making sure that this portal hits the market when it comes to speed and processing time, which is actually something that is very appreciated by all. Another point also is that the government wants to make a better selection when it comes to candidate, because they're trying to make sure that they can match the candidate with the job opportunities that are available in the province of Quebec. Another point that they also add is the language. Indeed, many applicants sometimes come in Quebec, but they don't fully understand French. So Quebec government is putting budgets so that they can create structure to help candidates to learn French much better and improve drastically their language. Meanwhile, when the candidate will be learning French, they will also be provided sometime with a little bit of financial credits just to help them cope with life while they're working on their language, which is very wonderful, I think. Now, all of those good points were well acclaimed by many users and many people in general. However, some people did not really have the same feeling, and I'm talking about the people that had put their application way before Arima. What's happening with the 18,000 application, you will ask? Some application were as long as 2005. Can you imagine that? 2005, that's like 14 years ago. You don't believe me? You know me, I will share the information right in that screen, so don't leave me right now.
This article is in French, but please friend, bear with me. So as you can see, on Friday 15 February 2019, Radio Canada published this article that stated that less than a quarter of applications for Quebec immigration have been dragging on for more than 3 years. When you go down the page, you will see most of the information, and when you go again a little bit down, you will see exactly the graph. As you can see here, from 2005 to 2010, there have been 83 applications. In 2011, there have been 657 applications. 2012 60, 2013 425, and as you can see, the number is just rising up. We can notice that in 2017 and 2018 there has been a little bit less application, but nevertheless the total, it's about 18,139 applications that have been deposited before Arima. So a very, very large amount of application.
So some application, like I said, have been as long as 2005, okay? And nowadays, the new government in Quebec is trying to cope with all of that. So there have been few decisions that you probably heard that kind of created frustration and all that. And finally, the government was requested by the court to process all the application, because at first they said they won't process any of the old applications and they will just move forward with the new system. But many people felt like that was not human, that was not proper, and the government needs to respect laws and regulation, because behind those numbers, behind those applications, are human beings that have been devoted to that project, and a lot of money also went toward those applications. So right now, one of the good news, if I can say it that way, is that Quebec is actually processing applications, and I heard, which I'm going to share in this video, that some application will actually or maybe getting some refund. Let's learn a little bit more about it. So what happened to the application that have been actually been processing? Recently, after the court injunction, the government of Quebec has decided to process all 18,000 applications. The resolution that they made is that they will process 600 applications per month. From end of February to the end of March, Quebec has already processed about 471 applications. Among those applications, 102 applications were successful. Unfortunately, 443 applications were refused or denied, and 16 applications were rejected. 10 applications were transferred for more decision. As you can see, about 100 applicants have received a good news. Now, what happened to the refund? Is it going to be applicable to all? No. Actually, the government of Quebec said any applicant that belong to three specific groups, will be probably getting some refund very soon. The government provided a note saying that if you belong to the three groups based on certain conditions, I'm gonna read it right now so that we can understand all what I'm talking about.
On the Quebec Immigration official website, you can read Notice, class action against the Ministère de l'Immigration, de la Diversité et de l'Inclusion, in compliance with terms of a judgment rendered by the Superior Court on March 26, 2019, the Ministère de l'Immigration, de la Diversité et de l'Inclusion distributes the following notice: Quebec Regular Skilled Worker Immigration Program, Class Action Settlement, Notice of Settlement Approval Hearing. Read this notice carefully as it may affect your legal right. I'm not going to read the whole document. I'm going to put the link in the description, so if you want more information you can read it properly. I'm just going to jump in directly into the group descriptions. Which class members are eligible for compensation? This notice is intended for persons who filed an application with the Quebec Minister of Immigration, Diversity and Inclusion for a Quebec Selection Certificate (CSQ) in the Regular Skilled Worker Program and who fulfill the following conditions. A. Group 1. Individuals whose CSQ applications were filed between February 1, 2012 and May 31, 2013, whose CSQ application contained in an immigration form A 1520 AA or A 1520 AF, indicating that their CSQ application will be processed in accordance with the regulations in force at the time of filing with the MIDI, or the language, your application for a selection certificate will be processed based on the regulations in effect when it was submitted, and whose CSQ application was refused subsequent to the entry into force of the selection grid on August 1st, 2013. B. Group 2. Individuals whose application for a CSQ was filed before February 1st, 2012 or between June 1st, 2013 and July 7th, 2013, and whose CSQ application was refused subsequent to the entry into force of the selection grid on August 1st, 2013. C. Group 3. Individuals whose application for a CSQ was filed between July 8th, 2013 and March 8th, 2017, and whose CSQ application was refused subsequent to the entry into force of the selection grid on March 8th, 2017.
As you can see, actually the Superior Court has authorized and encouraged a collective action against the MIDI, the Ministry of Immigration, Diversity and Inclusion in Quebec. Due to that, the MIDI has provided this note that needs to be approved in June 19, 2019. So very soon. Here is how the refund will be made. All applicants pertaining to Group 1 will be refunded with 50% of the fees used toward their application for CSQ. Group 2 will be refunded 25% of the fees used toward the application for CSQ. And all applicants belonging to the third group will also receive 25% of their fees used toward the application for CSQ. Also, lawyers of the applicants have asked the court to pay them $657,500 for their fees and taxes. If this note from the government is satisfying you, dear friend, no actions. But if you're not happy with that note, because again, let me remind you, a decision will be taken very soon in June 19, 2019. If you're not happy with that note of the government regarding the groups or the amount, please let your voice be heard by sending a mail to the Superior Court. I'll put all the links below so that you have all the information to send your comments or your letters. If you need to take an action, just remember to send everything before May 19, 2019. Alright friends, I hope to see you the next time. I would like to say thank you for everyone that follows my channel. Please subscribe so that you don't miss any other information coming next. And also, if this video was informative, please share the video with your friends and network. And if you like this video, thumbs up. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.